Hey, this is Rick Kaselj from exercisesforinjuries.com. In this video, I wanted to go through an excellent mini band exercise for your rotator cuff. So now when it comes to the rotator cuff, it's the most common muscle, the muscles that end up being injured in the shoulder, and having a wide variety of exercises that you can do in order to target the rotator cuff ends up being very important. And this is an example of 2 exercises that you can do with the mini band to target the rotator cuff. So I'll get Donnelly to demonstrate. So you end up starting off in like a 90-90 position. Now, the next thing is you're going to take the loop tubing or the mini band and loop it around your foot so it's firmly around the ball of your foot and it's not going to go anywhere. Right leg is forward, so Donnelly has the tubing with her left hand, and now she's going to row back. Bring that elbow back, good, and nice smooth and controlled movements. 1 to 2 seconds back, holding for a second, 1 to 2 seconds back. And what she's focusing in on, wrist is neutral, not curling the wrist, focusing on bringing the elbow back and focusing on that mid-back doing the work. Now, this kind of hits the rotator cuff and it ends up being like level 1 that you end up doing. Now, to target the rotator cuff more, you end up doing the rowing movement, and then you bring the elbow out to the side, good, and then back down and then back to the start. So rowing, bring that elbow to the side to a stop, back down, and then back to the starting position. So nice, smooth movement that you end up going through. Good, good, perfect. And when it relates, awesome, thank you, Donnelly. And when it relates to the rotator cuff, the closer your arm is to your body, the less challenge or stress that ends up being put on the rotator cuff. So when we're going through that rowing movement, we're not putting a lot of stress on the rotator cuff, but it ends up having to activate in order to help out. And then when we bring that elbow away from the body, that rotator cuff ends up being challenged more. Now, if you're not able to go all the way to 90, that's perfectly fine. You can start off with just going to 30 degrees or to 45 degrees or like 70 degrees. All of those end up being different variations when it comes to the exercise. So there you go. If you have a simple mini band around and you're looking at something that'll end up helping your rotator cuff, give those 2 exercises a go and pick the level that ends up working best for you. Start off with the rowing one. If it ends up being too easy, you're not getting much benefit, progress to the rowing with the chicken wing, as I end up calling it, or lifting that elbow to side to 90 degrees. So there you go. This is Rick Kaselj from exercisesforinjuries.com. Make sure to swing by exercisesforinjuries.com. Enter in your injury or pain. There's a good chance that I have an article, video, or an interview that'll help you overcome your injury or pain. Secondly, if you're watching this on YouTube, head up above, hit subscribe. What that'll do is every couple days you'll get a video like this where I talk about overcoming injury and pain with different tips and tricks and exercises. Thirdly, head down below, hit like, and leave me a question or comment. So this is Rick Kaselj from exercisesforinjuries.com saying take care and bye-bye.